The uncountable worlds of our universe swirl in an endless abyss. Many worlds ravaged by time or conflict are swallowed by the abyss, returned to the nothingness from which they were formed. But others linger for eternity on the brink of annihilation, that creation might be balanced with destruction. And in the final moment of battle, death was banished to one such world in the autumn of its life, yet not far from the edge of darkness. Had death been sent to his doom? That answer would be found in the Horseman's future and in his past.
Be still, Horseman. You are wounded.
Don't touch me.
Your arrival here is a bad omen. Yes, it troubles me greatly.
Old one, there's more trouble ahead if you don't start making sense. Where is the Tree of Life?
Life? This world is dying, lad. Choking on chaos and corruption. We can do little to stop it. Soon, the great tree too shall perish, and with it, the last of my people. Is that not what brought you here, Pale Rider?
I seek the tree. Your chaos and corruption don't concern me.
It seems they do not concern me.
Hello everybody, my name is Rolak. Welcome back to Darksiders 2. In the last episode, we managed to get to the Crowfather, try and help us out with war, but he wasn't really too in the mood to help, so we had to kill him, and now we've been banished to this world, wherever it may be. We'll be figuring that out quite soon, after we take out some of these constructs, like so.
You fight well, but this corruption can't be beaten with a blade. Seek out the Forged Sister. Ask her about the fire of the mountain. Help her, and she will help you reach the tree. As for me, I must return to my work.
And who are you to command a rider?
I am a maker, older than even the Charred Council. These hands have laid the foundations for many worlds. But that was long ago, and now they but hardly know the touch of stone.
Are you not curious as to why I seek the tree?
I would not presume to question one of the four, but yes, tell me.
I must restore humanity, to redeem war.
Heaven and hell battle upon the shattered earth. All creation trembles, and at the center of it all stands your brother.
He is innocent.
I never said he wasn't. The tree holds power over life and death. If you would resurrect humanity, then you are headed in the right direction. Be warned. A dark presence dwells now within the tree, and the path is barred by corruption.
Alright, and with that... There we go. Got enough experience to level up. And from leveling up, we've gained a skill point. Now then, every level up will grant you a skill point, which you'll be able to put into your trees here. You can either do Harbinger or Necromancer. Harbinger is more focused on the physical attributes of death, while Necromancer is built more around your arcane attributes. And this is where Arcane comes into play, because Arcane, as you can see underneath Defense, not very high at the moment, only at 6, Arcane increases the damage of your abilities. So for Exhume will grant us a summon, which will get us a bloodthirsty ghoul to fight alongside us. Or we can get Teleport Slash, which is kind of a stupid move. I thought it would be like Shadow Dash or something, where we dash a short distance forward and heals. This, hang on, sorry. This is probably my go-to one. I've rarely really gone with Necromancer, aside from dipping a few points into some abilities. As we progress with our levels, we'll get more skills and more access to different levels of the trees. eventually reaching our level 21, which, honestly, it's pretty garbage. I would not recommend getting this one. This one, however, that one's pretty good. But yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. Like a talent system in most MMORPGs and stuff like that. And when we get a new skill, we go into our little tree, our little thing here by pressing down the D-pad, and we can map our abilities to one of our left button triggers, similar to... Whoop! And there it is. Thankfully, Teleport Slash doesn't use up any wrath unless you hit an enemy. It's a very strange attribute, but that's how it works. Alright, hey, we got some upgrades already. Nice. Some new scythes look pretty cool. And let's be on our way. I can't recall if you can come back to this spot in particular. I'm just not too sure about that.
Farewell for now.
Unless this closes behind me, which I don't think it does. I just don't think it's actually possible to get back here. Yeah, context-sensitive information with our menu. So, we should probably go over the menu fully. We got a character, which shows death and, like, his stuff and whatever. Got dust and despair. Got inventory, pretty self-explanatory. Scythe, secondary weapons, shoulders, armor, gloves, boots, talismans, and quest items. Skills, and we got the map. Press left stick and we'll bring out the world map, which we are in the Forge Lands. As well as stats, which just tells you everything about, you know, stats and stuff. Got the total blood spill again for some reason. Most killed monster. A lot of interesting stats. There are leaderboards, which I don't think actually work anymore because I don't think the online stuff's going on here. And the move list. So yeah, pretty handy stuff. I should also mention, if you want to go over your quest, go into the map and press Y. It'll give you your main active quest. So there's the mini-map down there, which will tell you where you need to go. So it's all pretty self-explanatory. And here we are in Tristone. This is going to be our main hub area for the next couple of adventures. We're going to be coming back here for quite a while. And it does seem like it is possible to get back there. I've never gone back there, ever. Got a bunch of stuff here we can break. If it will let me break it. Similarly to Darksiders 1, there's a lot of just collectibles and stuff that you can just pick up and break. Such as these jars, which mostly just drop guilt. Honestly, it's very tempting to break every single thing in the area because it will more or less give you goodies. Either guilt or potions or just armor. Let's talk to this guy.
The Reaper. It's about time you came. The Makers are dying, and our realm. We few are all that remain.
A warrior's life is never easy, old one.
Aye, not easy, but simple. I always saw my end with blade in hand, a field of enemy dead before me.
And what glorious end awaits you hiding behind these gates?
You cannot fight corruption, nor can you harm it. You can only kill those it has claimed. Every blow I strike against corruption is a blow against my own people. Muse on that, Rider, before you mark me as a coward.
I can end your troubles, Maker.
Well, you're welcome to try. This blade is more ancient than you, Rider, and taller to boot.
I will break it, and you, down to size.
Now then, this is an optional side quest that you can do whenever. It is recommended you do this around level 5, because this is actually a tough fight, but it is possible to beat him at level 2.
Surprised you've gotten that far.
As you can see, not a lot of damage being dealt to him.
Let me show you, Rider. The battle is far from over. Come on, show me what you've got.
Damn it. Yeah, one hit.
Enough of old mess, have we?
One hit from him pretty much knocks you down instantly at this point. I'm going to keep trying this, though, because I've done this several times.
Show me what you've got!
Damn it.
Show me what you've got!
Oh, he sends shockwaves. That would have been great to know.
No! I'm surprised you've gotten that far! The battle is far from over! Come on! Show me what you've got! Come on! Show me what you've
There we go. See? Easy. It only took me like 5 tries.
You got lucky. Mayhaps I am too old to do this.
Age isn't everything.
So, you can fight an old warrior, but to earn your name, you'll have to do better than that. Baethir, Echidna, Argyll, these are what we makers call death. You kill them all, and mayhaps I will grant you are the true Reaper.
Sounds like a challenge. If I'm to be your executioner, I would hear more of those that I'm to kill.
I will tell you what I know.
Where can I find Baethir?
Baethir and her kind once ranged across the Forge lands, hunting us like cattle as we made this world our home. One by one, we hunted down and slayed the fell beasts. But Baethir, she made herself a deep burrow, slithers out only to feed. I only know that she's a beast of fire and smoke, and that she's made her lair beneath the earth.
What of Gorwood?
Once, Gorwood was a friend to my people.
Then why seek my aid?
Corruption has taken our forest, and Gorwood is a being of that old wood. Where one goes, so goes the other. Gorwood is filthy with corruption. He must be put down.
Even I know the name Echidna. Why do you seek her death?
An old debt, forged before your time.
All know the Shadow Realm of Echidna. Why do you not travel there and kill her?
I have tried, only to find her realm in chaos. The Spider Lords had bathed her throne in blood, and Echidna was nowhere in sight. I spent years following her trail to the realm of the dead. Then, all this happened. I returned home to my people, and left old debts unpaid.
Tell me about Argyll.
Ah, a madman, a beast in need of killing. I had sight on the deed myself, when the current Lord of Bones rose up and defeated the mad king of the undead.
Then Argyll is no more.
My bones have always told me otherwise. The old king lives. I'm sure of it.
Alright, we'll be getting all to those eventually, but also need some training from Thane, which is fantastic because you got Harvester Strike, which is our dash attack, Meteor Strike, which is our aerial downward attack. Which one do we need the most? Honestly, we need these. These two are what we really need. And this. Hellraiser, that's the air one. Let's grab Meteor Strike, just because it's pretty helpful. Alright, so yes, from defeating Thane, we're now level 4. We got 2 levels from that. And such, we got 2 more skill points. Let's put a point into that, and a point into this. Got a chance for enemies to be lit on fire when we dash through them. Harvester Revenge. What? You can purchase additional moves. Yeah, sorry. Forward dash attack, which is going to be very helpful to get into combat. Alright, with that little side quest done, it took us a little bit, well, quite a bit actually. Let's actually explore this place a little bit before we head over to the Forge Sister, as Edard said. Did he say his name? I don't think he did, but whatever. That's what his name is. Hello?
We've been awaiting your arrival, Horsemen. Your shadow has long hovered over this realm.
Many know the Reaper, Old One, but I don't know you.
We are the builders of this world, but corruption seethes at its heart and destroys in days what we shaped over eons. Adar does his best to soothe our pain, but our souls yearn for only one comfort: death. We are without hope. Horsemen, do you ever doubt your future?
No.
So one like yourself would set out to change a fate that displeases him. That is a long and dangerous path, even for death himself.
How is that your concern, Shaman?
Only that I am skilled at crafting talismans. If you gather the proper materials and return them to me, I'll make a potent talisman to aid you on your journey.
What do you require?
Stalker's bone, mordant dew, and carven stone. It is not a simple charm.
Where can I find them?
Somewhere in the Forge lands. I rarely leave Tristone, but that pup Khan is always out exploring. He can tell you more, no doubt.
Tell me, Shaman, what is corruption?
I only know what I fear it to be. That corruption is hate, given life, and that hate does not come from trees or stones, but from ourselves.
You despair, Old One, and yet raise life from the earth.
I am a shaman, bound to this task even as our days darken. We are as the vines, coming to root, then to flower, and then to decay, dropping seeds upon the dust. A circle everlasting. I cannot stop it, nor can I stop you.
Tell me more about the Tree of Life.
The forest around the tree has been corrupted. It hungers. You cannot reach the tree, not with breath still in you. The path of a brother troubles you. It is your past, but also your future.
And from speaking to Muria, we get the Pauldron of the Horsemen. Gives you this pauldron, the path of your brother troubles you. Past, but also your future.
Stone, wood, iron. These are the gifts of the makers.
All right, and from
What
Muria,
was old
we're
is
able
new
to
again.
buy very expensive talismans that we cannot buy, and potions, which cost 1,000 guild. But we do not have any. But we are able to sell the stuff we have, which I don't think we're actually able to get enough gold to actually get anything important yet. But we do have the Pauldron of the Horsemen. This thing is actually very helpful for early level. We can only equip it once we get to level 5, though. But it does give us good defense strength, some arcane, and some critical damage. It is, in fact, the exact, more or less resembling the same Pauldron that War has. On his right shoulder, I believe? I'm not too sure. Again, it's been a while since I've played the first game. I think the last time I actually played Darksiders... No, I played the War Master Edition on the Switch a few times. It's been quite a while since then. This thing, over here, this, I believe, is called a Serpent's Tome. I think it says on the map. Or not. This thing is the mail system. So, when Darksiders 2 first released, there was this thing called, like, a buddy system or something like that, where you're able to mail some items to friends and stuff. I'm not too sure how exactly that happened, but it was a thing. This is really not all that more useful. You do get some things from it, but not a lot. I think in the definitive edition of the Wii U, you actually get some like armor and stuff from this, but I'm not too certain. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to the Forge Sister, finally.
Maker's beard. The rumors are true. A horseman in the Forge lands. The name's Alia, and that's my brother Valis. We are the keepers of this forge, though I reckon that means less now than once it did.
This is a Maker's Forge.
Nay, the Maker's Forge is lost to us, silenced by the hands of corruption. But in its depths we once crafted the dark towers of hell and the cities of heaven.
Now you make trinkets?
And you, one of the four, now seek the aid of the Makers? I guess we've all fallen from high places.
I came here seeking the tree, and your elder speaks of fire. What is it?
Aye, the fire of the mountain, the Stonefather's blood. It once flowed into our forge, as did the tears. Both imbued our craft with incredible power, the heart and the soul of stone. But But corruption has taken them, and now our forge is silent.
Why does this concern me?
The way to the tree is lost, barred by corruption. You can no more leave this place than we. Restore our forge, and the tree can be reached.
I don't follow your reasoning.
We are makers, not warriors. But we are not without our weapons. Before the forge was lost, we crafted a mighty creature of soul and stone. A colossus to fight this corruption. But to awaken him requires a maker's key. And we need our forge to craft one. Will you help us?
What is this cauldron?
A temple built in the shadow of Stonefather's Peak. There the fire of the mountain was harnessed and passed into our forge. Ride east of town, ride through the charred pass, and towards the cindery peak of the Stonefather. There, you will find the cauldron.
Man of no words, your brother.
But hardly silent. His voice is the ring of the hammer and the roar of the white flame.
Yes, he works while you talk. I may have need of a blade.
Is your need greater than ours, Horsemen? I think not. We fight for the survival of our realm and our kin. Prove worthy, and mayhaps we can do business.
There's a lot of lengthy talking in this game. It's mostly throughout the beginning, but it'll get a bit less as the game goes on. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk to Thane and getting us out of here so we can actually get on with our journey instead of just talking for a good 20 or so minutes. And we fought Thane, we did some fights here and there. It's, you know, some progress, but not a lot. Once we get outside, we'll be doing a lot more than just talking. Anything to say, Adard?
The fire is more valuable than I, Horseman. You should make haste to the temple.
Fire alone won't save your realm. You speak of the forge.
Aye. Without the fire and the tears of the mountain, without the forge itself, we have no means to clear the forest and reach the tree of life.
What then?
Our power is over creation, yours over death and despair. You are Nephilim, Lord of Destruction. Perhaps in that there is hope.
Just how old is the forge?
It is as ancient as the realm itself, and perhaps even older. It is said the forge was the first thing we makers built, that in its depths we shaped entire worlds.
Alright, and that's all Adard's got to say. What about you, Thane?
Horsemen, you'll find not that way, but trouble.
Do what you must for your kin, old one. For mine, I ride to the cauldron.
Well, if you fancy your corruption waist deep, that's as good a place as any. You know, there's a reason this gate is here. And if you were a friend, I wouldn't let you pass. But then, who is friend to death?
Have you wisdom to share, or was it long since knocked loose in battle?
Wisdom ain't like teeth. I've plenty left. Enough to stay clear of the cauldron. The ancients filled it with right nasty traps. But one so clever as yourself will surely elude them.
Alright. Break a few more pots, and let's be on our way. Eventually. Come on, Thane. There we go. Alright. Now, with all that lengthy talking and just kind of just exposition, we're now free to almost roam the overworld, which is quite expansive, if I do say so myself. This isn't even the only world we're able to go into. There's like at least 3 other ones that we're going to be getting to eventually. And is that anything, or is it just a way back? Let me just check. Ooh, hello. First thing here, that is a boatman coin. That is going to be used for a certain shopkeeper that we'll be getting into a bit later. Is there anything up here? No, there isn't. I'll be honest. It's been a little while since I've actually played the intro of the game properly. Because I kind of just stopped playing randomly sometimes after, like, the first big event of this game. And then I kind of forget what exactly goes on afterwards. But it should be fine because I've played this game extensively. I first played this game on the Wii U, the Definitive Edition, which, you know, wasn't the greatest. Graphics weren't great. Frame rate was a bit of a mess, and it crashed a lot. But I still managed to beat it. It was honestly the first time I've ever actually beaten... recently only time I've ever beaten the game. Then I got it on PC, Xbox, and now Switch. We got a big, ugly-looking eye of corruption over there. And it's going to be looking at us throughout an entire field here in the Stonefather's Vale. Now then, with that being said, I think we're going to end the episode here. I know we just mainly did a lot of talking, not a lot of fighting or anything important in this episode, but, you know, you gotta have your exposition and stuff like that. Next time on Darksiders 2, we're going to be doing a lot more combat and a lot more action. So, I'll see you guys next time.